My name is Stephen Murray. I am in 10th grade, a sophomore at Strake Jesuit, and I went to St. Lawrence Middle School.
I'm Charlie Cox, I'm a junior, and I went to Western Academy.
My name is Jonathan Barcados, class 2023, and I went to Annunciation Orthodox Middle School.
My name is Will Turboff. I'm a junior right now, and I went to Tanglewood Middle School.
My name is Joel Crawford. I'm a junior, and I went to the Village School for middle school.
I'm Mason Abrell. I am a junior at Strake, so 11th grade, and I went to Western Academy for middle school.
My name is Damian Morales. I am a senior, class of 2021, and the middle school that I went to was Holy Rosary Catholic School in Rosenberg.
The reason I chose Strake Jesuit was because it just kind of felt like home to me. You know, ever since the first time I stepped on campus, I kind of had this feeling that it's really indescribable, but that's when I knew it was going to be my home.
I chose Strake probably because my brother went here. My mom also forced me at one point, but I'm excited. I'm glad I did. She liked the academics, the community, and she thought that we would fit in pretty well here. Do you fit in pretty well here? I think so.
Strake Jesuit is a really well-known school. I thought it opened a lot of doors. I saw the academics, everything they had to offer me. I have plenty of opportunities and classes to take to help me prepare myself for college.
First of all, extracurriculars. Second reason is just the academics are rigorous and challenge me, which I find a great, factor in a school.
I chose Strake Jesuit because my brothers all went to Strake. I just saw the experiences they had, and I really loved it with all going to like their sports games and just all the people here, always really nice. Another
reason I chose Strake Jesuit was because it wasn't going to be the easiest school for me. It was going to push me to do more than what I thought I could do.
When I visited here, it just really showed me kind of what Strake's all about. Like the sense of community, the just brotherhood that you feel here. That really, helped me make my decision as compared to many of the other schools I visited where you just didn't feel that sense of community.
So whenever I came to Strake for the school visit, that's whenever I really did enjoy it. I mean, it looked like a really nice community. It really is like a family.
So I play football, I run track, I'm involved in Key Club, the Black Student Union.
Athletes Taking Action, Future Business Leaders of America, and I'm a varsity golfer.
Since freshman year, I've been involved in SJET, which is a media broadcast program that we have here. And as well as that, I'm involved in Crusader Sports Network, which is something that I helped develop also in my freshman year.
I play two sports, football and lacrosse. I'm part of Key Club and I'm part of the fishing club.
Freshman year I was part of debate, and I've been a part of the robotics team for the past 2 years. I've also been in band for all 3 years. I also just joined Model UN this year, which is an awesome club.
I have been doing athletic training since freshman year. I was in choir for freshman and sophomore year. I've also been a part of Crusader Crew for about 3 years now, and I really do enjoy that because I get to see the new class of freshmen each and every year and kind of help show them what Strake Jesuit is about. The community building and the brotherhood.
Well, I think everyone is just here for each other. You're not going into anything alone. If you ever need any help, teachers are there, any faculty and students. There's been times where I've been struggling in a class or, studying for a test, and guys that I know have actually reached out to me saying that they've struggled with the same thing or that, they'd be happy to help.
So Strake Jesuit teaches us things that we can use after we graduate. The community here is extremely diverse, full of different people from different backgrounds, so it teaches you how to interact with these different types of people you may not have been accustomed to before.
Everyone's your brother, you're willing to help everyone out, you're all friends, and everything in that environment is just kind of a brotherhood, and that's where it all starts.
The Men Brothers motto is propagated throughout all of Strake Jesuit. From anywhere just in your classes, the way you work with other students, to the service work that you have to do, to the Key Club, to pretty much anywhere, even in band, we're supposed to be men and women brothers. It's very much an ingrained part of the experience at Strake Jesuit.
The thing that I love about the Jesuit education is probably that we're not just learning about academics, but we're also learning about actual life lessons that can impact us in the future. Things that we learn in theology, I've been able to use when talking to other people. It kind of just helps you think about things that you probably wouldn't think about at school.
A Jesuit education means two things. First of all, like academic rigor. Jesuit schools are famous for their aptitude in academics and the rigorous teaching. But dually, it's development in the faith.
I'd say a Jesuit education, to me personally, means that you learn how to be empathetic towards others and you learn to not judge others.
It's not just a surface level thing. We offer Mass and every day you can have confession upon request. I think that's something really special and you can't get that anywhere.
Coming here, I didn't know a lot of people. I was one of 3 people from my middle school that came here, and I was kind of worried about, will I make friends? How will I make friends? But since being here, I think part of the idea of going to an all-guys school, it's actually like a brotherhood, and the relationships I've built here were people I probably would have never met before. And I think that all comes from us all being a brotherhood under the Jesuit name.
The brotherhood of rugby was amazing. Everyone was always supporting each other.
Teammates are also a really important thing for me. Unlike another school, especially at an all-boys school, brotherhood's a big thing here. And that's going to carry on for the rest of my life, and I can already feel it.
Strake really sets you on the path to success for virtually any career.
Well, obviously, I want to get a college education. It's called Strake Jesuit College Preparatory, so I'm here for a reason. And I've been meeting with my college counselor recently, and he's putting me on a great path. I'm doing clubs here that are related to what I want to study in college and pursue a career in. So I think that having a lot of people around me and building up a strong foundation, it's going to help me a lot in college and then in my work life.
I'd like to play college golf. With our top-notch facilities, I have that opportunity to work on my golf game here.
Something that I've always wanted to do was kind of open up a little bit more. I moved around a lot in middle school, elementary, so it's kind of hard for me to open up to people. And since being here, I think I have grown in that area, and that will definitely impact me in the future.
And besides, like academically and socially, as a man, as a person, I want to become a lot like my dad. I think he has good morals, and he sees Strake as a good way to develop, his sons.
Not only do I want to be successful in wealth, but I want to be successful in my faith life. I want to be able to build the greatest relationship I can with God.
All of our classes, all of the clubs that we do, they're all centered around this spiritual formation.
At the retreats, you form even close relationships with your Strake Jesuit brothers, as well as your father for the sophomore retreat, and again, closer to God for all those years as well.
I think the priests play a big part with talking to the students and developing their spiritual lives.
So coming to Strake Jesuit, I was a little worried about the fact that I'm not Catholic. So we learn about the Catholic faith, but things that we can apply to our lives even if we're not Catholic. And that's been something that's been really helpful to me, and also just different questions we have about life and different questions about who we are, why we're here. I think that even if you're not Catholic, Strake Jesuit does a really good job at including everybody in the conversation of spirituality.
One thing that I thought was really special was our sophomore retreat. When we got to go with our dads, getting to have that relationship with your dad is something incredibly special. I'm someone who's really close with my dad, so seeing everyone else get to become closer with their dad in those few days is something really incredible that Strake has to offer.
Kairos was another wonderful experience. I'd say that's the moment where I really felt like in the closest relationship with God. If it weren't for Strake being so big on our spirituality and our closeness with God, I probably would not have the relationship I have with God that I do now. Service also helps me humble myself as a person. I remember my freshman year, whenever Harvey hit, that was a huge opportunity for all of us to serve people in our community who have lost their homes, and especially at the food drive that we host with the Houston Food Bank. That is something that I've been involved in as well.
I went to a retirement home, And while being there, at first I wasn't too excited about being there, but when I got there, I instantly bonded with everyone there. And I even was able to play piano for them while we were like communicating. It was a lot of fun, and that was a really good experience.
I think it taught me a lot of humility, and realizing that that definitely could be me one day, and I I need to treat them as I would want to be treated.
At first, you kind of going pessimistic. You're like, this isn't gonna be much fun. I got to get my 15 hours in, get out. But working for the food bank, you know, you're hanging out with your buddies and moving frozen foods and stuff, and you realize it's not all that bad and it's actually kind of fun. So pushing us to do these things makes you enjoy them a little more, and then you start to want to do them on your own.
I would say that the service program at Strake, it provides a layer of depth, and I think it's a great part of the Strake Jesuit experience and definitely a crucial part of it.
The one word that I would use to describe the community here is probably open. You know, I feel like the whole campus is connected with each other, and that we all want each other to succeed, and that helps a lot.
It's an all-guys school, and I think that when people first think about that, they think, oh no, I'm gonna be at a school full of guys, I don't wanna come here. But in reality, it's like being in a school with all your friends all day long.
The resources the students are provided with, the teachers, the iPads, the classrooms are all A+ quality.
There's a thing for everybody. You don't feel excluded, you know? If you don't make one sport, you're open to trying another, and then you learn that you love that sport. It's an environment where you can make a mistake, bounce back, and still have a relationship with your teachers and be able to do new things and still love where you are.
But just the openness of the campus and the caring of everyone on campus, not just teachers and other staff, but students too.
Something that differentiates Strake Jesuit from other schools is our ability to feel like a family. I have been greatly blessed by Strake Jesuit in many ways, one of them being through financial aid. Let's take you to Mr. Montroy, who would like to discuss more details on financial aid.